Hello guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about Bill Peters and the Calgary Flames announcing him as their new head coach. Now, Calgary has been in the rumors for a long time with Bill Peters, and they finally pulled the trigger on him today, announcing it today. Ever since Glenn Glutzen was fired, it seems like Bill Peters has been just pushed into the head coach option. It seems like he was in the forefront for the rumors for the longest time, and they finally pulled the trigger. But, I mean, there's lots of options that Calgary could have gone with, but Bill Peters, now their head coach. Now, he has been coaching in the NHL for 4 years now, all with Carolina Hurricanes. He's made the playoffs in none of these years, which kind of confused me on why he was so high up and made to be like the cream of the crop of the coaching options. So glad the White Dallas Stars didn't get him. I think they were rumored and talked with him, something like that. They talked with him about the option, but they didn't go too far, which I'm so glad for, because I'm really afraid for the Calgary Flames for making this move. And you might say, oh, his team wasn't good enough in the 4 years that he coached to make the playoffs, but I kind of disagree. I mean, this past season, I think his team was good enough to make the playoffs. I predict them to get in the playoffs in the start of the season. I predict them to get in the playoffs in the mid-season predictions. I predict them to make the playoffs. I predicted Carolina to make the playoffs at least this season, and they didn't end up doing that. I think that he has to be blamed for some of it, and he finally is, but getting fired from the Carolina organization, getting onto Calgary, I do think that some of it for him this season was because of the team, but I still think that the team around him was good enough to make the playoffs. I just don't think he was good enough to get there. Which again, baffles me why he was so high up into the coaching lists of just the options for Calgary, the options for Dallas, the options for New York. Is like, why would a team want that guy who's only had 4 years of experience, even though he is old-ish? Why would a team want 4 years of a coach who's disappointed, who has not made the playoffs, who has kind of just been fringe playoff team, just out of the playoffs for 4 years? I don't know why Calgary wants to have more mediocrity in their organization. And when the Calgary Flames said after they fired Glutzen that they want more experience on that coaching option, it just kind of baffled me, because that seems like a team that could desperately use a different guy up there that would be kind of youthful guy that will train and play the youthful guys and play them right. Like Bennett kind of needs a guy that knows how to train young guys, and with Bill Peters, he hasn't done that really in his. I mean, he has some guys that have developed nicely, but not what a lot of people have expected. And Bill Peters isn't great with the young guys, and he hasn't really shown that in Carolina. So it kind of baffles me why Calgary would want that. I mean, guys like Sam Bennett kind of need somebody that will understand them, that'll play them well. Bill Peters just kind of confused me as to the fit with Calgary. But for reference, let's just go for the 4 years of his coaching tenure. In 14-15, his first season as an NHL coach of Carolina, he had a 30-41-11 record, not going to make good enough to make the playoffs, and a pretty bad season. In 15-16, he had a 35-31-16 record. Again, decent. It was over 500, I guess, if you don't count the overtime losses, but not good enough to make the playoffs again. Then we go to 16-17, where it's a 36-31-15 record, similar to last season, but not good enough to make the playoffs, just barely not good enough to make the playoffs. Then this season, 17-18, it's 36-35-11. Again, not good enough to make the playoffs. And it seems like he's just coaching these mediocre teams time and time again. And that's something that I think would hamper Calgary. I just don't know if they really fit with Bill Peters. I mean, I don't know if they want more mediocrity. And Bill Peters has shown that he's coaching these mediocre teams. I know some of it, not most of it, not all of it is his fault. But of course, he has to get some blame for it. I know Calgary wants a different system after Glutzen. I mean, they made the playoffs but missed it this season. But I just feel like this Bill Peters signing might just turn out to be a disaster for them. I hate to say that because I do like the Flames. I do really like them. But I don't think Bill Peters is a good fit. I don't think he's a really good fit for any NHL team, because I just don't think he's that great of a coaching option. I think that he's been quite overrated for a long time. It might work out well for them, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't know how well it'll go. Even though I don't like Glutzen, I still rather have him as my coach any day of the week than Peters. It's just, it might work out for Calgary, but it's just red flags everywhere right now. And it worries me for Calgary. I don't know if it's the right move for them. Carolina, I think, has dodged a bullet here. I think that having a new coach, more of a youthful guy, will definitely help them in the future. But for Calgary, I still don't know if this fit will work. But again, and me saying this might just blow up in my face. Bill Peters will probably make them a President's Trophy winning season. I mean, anything can go against me at any time. But it just seems like a mediocre signing to me. A mediocre coach going to a pretty mediocre team last season. It just screams mediocre to me, and it might just turn out to be mediocre. And I hate saying that. I want them to do well, but I just don't feel Bill Peters as an NHL coach. I don't feel like he's the quality guy that any NHL team really needs. I could be wrong, but again, I feel like Bill Peters is on a bit of a weak side. I feel like Calgary at least probably should have gone a different direction. But again, that's just my stupid opinion. I'm always full of stupid opinions. However, Calgary, I wish you luck, but I could feel like this could potentially be a huge backfire for them. I feel like Lutzen might have been a better option, just keeping him instead of getting Bill Peters. But again, I'm wrong. NHL teams are probably more smarter than me, right? But yes, it's going to be very interesting to see how they perform next season with the new coaching style. Will it work out for them? Again, I don't think so, but again, I'm pretty much always wrong. So we'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be very interesting how this new Calgary Flames play and how they'll play under Peters' system. But that's going to be, guys. Like and subscribe and not ring that bell if you haven't. Tell me down below what you think of this signing and what do you think for Calgary going forward. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.